Hello, hello, and welcome, my Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your healing twin flame contract read. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, Leo Rising, by the way, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hi. Hi. Subscribers, thank you so much for your support moving forward in this world, in this career. And I say in this world, different than the world we were in last year, right? Thank you so much for your love, support, your likes, your subscribes, your comments, your hitting the notification bell, and all that other YouTube-y stuff that you do to help people grow their channel. If you are new to my channel, please do consider doing the same. I'm fun, I'm good, I'm accurate. And next spring or summer, I will be reading tarot for 40 years. Yeah, I started when I was 12. Isn't that crazy? No, not if you know me. Totally makes sense. Cool. Let's get up in this gig. This is a healing twin flame reading, just doing 13 cards. And there is an extended on Vimeo.com. The link is in the description box below, as well as the links for all of the different card systems that I use, divination and healing system. And this is my little son, Melchior, the feline. Come here, buddy. Come say hello. No, you're going to give us your back. He's a Taurus. He does what he wants, pretty much. You know, fixed signs, Leo. But let me just tell you, there's a twin flame and there's a soulmate, and they're both soul contracts, and they're not the same kind of contracts at all, right? There are links in the description box explaining all that jazz, too. Am I getting head bonkies? Yes, my sweet boy. Lay down for mama. People ask, why do dear cats call you mama? It's like, because they can't say dada. They can all go mama. It's good enough for me. Yeah, there you go. Whatever. So yeah, this is a twin flame contract read, the foundation of which is you teach each other how to love yourselves and respect yourselves and to heal yourselves. In other words, they can't give you the love, the respect, and the healing that you want from them, but what they're serving up is what you need on a soul level, which is very different from what the personality wants and the ego craves. There you have it. So if you find yourself in a twin flame contracted relationship written into the life before you even came into it, to really get that you're learning how to be a mate to your own soul through a twin flame contract, and that you can still heal yourself and love yourself and respect yourself no matter what the other party does, right? So that's what we're going to look at, a contract, two different parties, divine feminine on this side, divine masculine on this side. A little sage from last night still on the table. You get to figure out who you are. That's why a good chunk of the reading is you really feeling the dynamic. And then once you've identified that, it's only 13 cards, like I said, you'll really have a more clarity about the twin flame contract if this is your read. Remember, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check your other signs. And by the end of it, if you're really, you'll know if you're called to go to the extended reading. Your gut will just tell you, right? It's like, no, we need more. We need to know more about this. And it's only $5 for the extended reads, and they're about as long as the YouTube stuff, so it's worth it in my opinion, and plus they're timeless. You can watch these whenever you come across them. All right, I think that's about it. Please stay focused on your breath. I will do the same. This way we're all in the present moment, where the eternal now is giving us everything we need, apparently. Don't feel that way, but apparently that's how it's been rocking since, I don't know, Jump the Big Bang. The original, not necessarily the show about theory. Let's get up in this gig. We're going to start with Caroline Myss archetype decks. As I said, all the decks that I'm reading are in the description box. Let's find out who our divine feminine and divine masculine are. Nice deep breath. My beloved collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please, I need 2 cards. You know the trick, right? Who's the divine feminine? Who's the divine masculine in this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract? Mid-September, mid-October 2020, or timeless whenever they come across it. Who's the divine feminine here? Just leave the card in my hand. That was not it. Those were 2, just the one for the divine feminine in the Leo contract. There we go. And for the other, the twin, the divine masculine in this Leo, mid-September, mid-October, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, blah, blah, blah. It's already on the table. Okay. Now remember, these are supposed to be triggery. There's light and shadow archetypes. The shadow would be the toxic, the lead, the unhealthy, that the soul power in its shadow. You're evolving it, transforming it, alchemizing, healing it into the light. And this is a very interesting and very dynamic twin flame contract. I'll say this because we've got the divine feminine athlete. Remember, divine feminine, divine masculine has nothing to do with bodily gender at all. We all have yin and yang within us, feminine, masculine, respectively, within us, right? It's the internal world, the yin, and the external world, the yang. Who are you on the inside? Who are you on the outside? What are you feeling? What are you doing, right? Psychology, action, you sort of get the idea. So the athlete here, part of the creative family archetype, and the trickster archetype, which has come up before. Who is the trickster with? The trickster showed up in the divine masculine position for the Taurus reading. So if you identify yourself as the trickster here, either masculine or feminine, you might find some more info there in that read. All right, so the shadow attribute, what's being healed, the lead to be alchemized to gold. For the athlete, misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends. False sense of invulnerability and entitlement. And that does sound like Shadow Apollo. Apollo is one of my gods. I'm wearing his totem on this ring. I didn't mean to give it the finger. It's just it's very gold lantern, if there was such a thing. Not yellow gold, because it's rutilated quartz. But we get that, right? We can totally see that in professional sports, how athletes in particular will use their power financially in order to misuse, right? For selfish ends, right? False sense of invulnerability. Now, I have the athlete archetype. When I was a dancer, I was very athletic. I still am. I still do my yoga and I work out every other day or so. But for me, creatively, doing these readings, it's an athletic effort. Like, I wake up and I have my coffee and I do my breathing. And, it's very much like I trained to do this. And every day is a winding road, but I get a little bit closer, right? So I relate to the athlete, particularly in its light. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps. In other words, someone can have an athletic ability, psychological handicap, mental, emotional, physical, right? Handicap. To overcome that is very much an athletic soul power. Development of personal willpower and strength of spirit, right? So it has nothing to do with jumping hurdles physically, necessarily. Can be, but get that thing of that athlete. It's like, I'm going to create this. And because think of it, even a bodybuilder is creating their body. It's a creative effort. Yeah, creative family archetype. The trickster, however, is a slippery fuck if ever there was one. The shadow attribute, manipulating others through duplicity. Two-faced. It's very, very much a two-faced thing. Here's what I'm saying, but here's what I'm doing, right? Manipulating others, and deliberately so. If you're not doing it deliberately, like if you just think you're good at something and you're not, it's chiffon, right? No, that's not duplicity. That's not intentional. But the light attribute, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior, which I like the trickster archetype and their light. They're fun. I have a touch of it. I've been known to pull a prank or two in my day. My favorite really is plastic wrap on the bottom of the toilet bowl, and you put the seat down so when they let's elaborate on these two. If you have not been able to figure out which one you are yet, remember it's an intuitive thing. The mind will give you 6 of one, half dozen of the other of why you are and why you're not. That's why we're going to take the Daughters of the Moon Tarot and get you 5, count them, 5 cards, the element spread, fire, earth, air, water, spirit, for the divine feminine to clarify. Remember, I'm going to say she and his, she and he, hers and his. It's not biological. Please don't cancel me because of misgendering people I can't even say. You know what I mean? It's an energetic dynamic. Wrong deck. We will do the same for the divine masculine, fire, earth, air, water, spirit with the mythic tarot. We're going to get all 10 of those cards out on the table and then we'll flip them over element by element. Nice deep breaths, please. My goddesses of Leo, my goddesses of the sun, my goddesses of the element of fire, please. I need 5 cards. Fire, earth, air, water, spirit, element spread. for this divine feminine athlete in this Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, healing twin flame contract, September, October 2020, or timeless. What is her element of fire? I'll take that one. What is her element of earth? What is her element of air? We'll take the top card there. What is her element of water? You want to leave this one in my hand? Then leave it in my hand. Don't leave me too. I hear you. So there's something about the water card here, the element of emotion here for this divine feminine athlete, that they're being very picky to make sure they give me the right. It's 2 again. Yeah. So she could be feeling 2 different ways about this. Like even the shuffle has divinatory properties. So please, my goddesses, what's her element of water? This divine feminine athlete. Thank you. Thank you. And lastly, what is the card of spirit? The point of view or the voice of the soul that incarnated, that agreed on some level to this contract. Let's do the same for the divine masculine. These tend to come much quicker. I think it's just the shape of the cards. It comes much quicker. Breathe. My gods, please, Apollo in particular, we need your light, we need your clarity for this divine masculine trickster in this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, healing twin flame contract read. 5 elements, please. I'll call them out as I go. Please, what is his element of fire? We'll take that one. What is his element of earth? We'll take that one. What is his element of air? What is his element of water? Yeah, no, that's 2. You poked me in the hand, but it was 2. Again, something with the element of water here. Now, we are dealing with Leos. We know they can be very expressive, but are they very vulnerable with their emotions? Well, if you gain their trust, rub them on the back of the neck, they roll over and show you their belly, right? Like kitty cat. It doesn't matter the size of the kitty cat. They like you, they trust you, they show you their belly so they can get the scritchums. I live with cats. My last name is Lyons. So please, what's the emotion here for this divine feminine, the element of water? Thank you very much. And what is the card of spirit, the point of view, or the voice of the soul that agreed to this contract on some level, right? We wanted to come back in. They said, have we got a role for you? Get my agent on the phone. Who booked me in this gig, right? Who books me in these chicken shit gigs? Oh, Chad Michaels, we love you. Okay, are we ready to rock and roll? Let's see. Element of fire is what they desire. So what do they want out of this contract, this relationship? Well, very different things. The divine feminine wants success, wants equality, wants balance, 6 of Pentacles. Now, interesting how we talked about the athlete, right, in transcending physical limits, including handicaps, and here we have the Special Olympics, right, a wheelchair race in an organized, goal-oriented thing. That takes success, that takes balance, that takes that personal willpower, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. But definitely, if you think 6 of Pentacles in general, 6s are numbers of harmony and balance anyway, this is really wanting this to be fair, an equal give and take, and successful as a result. What the trickster wants, however, is the high priestess. Now, I was a high priest. I know the role. Okay? I know the esoteric, mystical, being a channel of the divine vibe here, and I'm not getting that on this card. I'm getting wanting to keep things secret. Really wants to keep this under wraps, either this contract, this relationship, or wants to keep something secret from the divine feminine, which is very much a trickster, manipulating others through duplicity, maybe wants to stay hidden. Maybe there's no communication between these two. What's the element of earth? I'm intrigued now as a Leo rising, because even though I can relate to both of them, I don't know. What they have, the element of earth, to get them what they want, that fire, right? Because fire needs like wood or, coal or something to burn fuel. The 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Very interesting dynamic that they both have tens, A, and I'll say B. This indicates that this divine feminine athlete already has her harvest, already has everything that she needs. Not the Nine of Pentacles, which is, God bless the child that has her own, right? That's self-sufficient. This is tribal. This is family. This is supported. This has more than enough of everything she needs, at least in terms of the physicality. Harvesting, yes, that can also be about wisdom from experience, but that would make sense. If she's got the Ten of Pentacles, she wants equal give and take here. She don't want to be paying the bills all the time, right? Like always picking up the check, or maybe always being physically available, or whatever that is. Because the Ten of Cups, this says that the divine masculine trickster is massively in love with this, right? One would think, but wants to keep it a secret. Like Ten of Cups wants marriage, wants ecstasy, wants bliss, but don't say anything. God forbid, divine masculines, you should be vulnerable with your emotions and let people know what you're feeling. See, this is why I consider myself a divine feminine, right? But if it wasn't for the divine masculine, I couldn't be doing readings, because it's the externalization of it, right? Oh, tangled webs, you tricksters. What are you thinking? Well, what she's thinking, she's not so sure, because her mind is a hurricane. Five of Blades. The safest place to be in a hurricane is in the eye of the storm. Now, EYE in the hurricane, but now bring that back to a 12-step place for a moment. Keep it in the eye, right? What does it mean to keep it in the eye? I believe when you did that, I felt, not you made me feel, right? So there's a lot of thought. You got an air card in the air position for her, spinning. A lot of this can be thoughts about the past with this person, can be, I'm definitely getting the advice from friends and family, right? That Ten of Pentacles, that solid foundation of harvest there. And it might also be the well-meaning toxicity of friends and family, right? Well, you can't trust, you don't know, right? Well, you shouldn't do that, or maybe you should, and that conflicting, right? Fives are usually numbers of conflict, although always about change. So sometimes it's that creative conflict we go through in order to find clarity. Well, the Six of Blades, Six of Swords, which would be that balance of air. What he's thinking about, though, is the Hierophant, either his own spiritual growth or commitment, right? Like really is thinking about commitment, but I have the feeling this divine feminine has zero idea about this because of that High Priestess with the Trickster archetype. There are secrets going on here, but I feel like he's got a plan. The Hierophant card, often thought of as the Pope, is certainly a card of hierarchy. I get that, but how do you get through the hierarchy, right? Through plans and stages. That's why even marriage is a level commitment. Let's take it out of marriage for a moment. Even just like to be boyfriend, girlfriend, right? Exclusive. Or if you negotiate an open relationship or polyamory or something like that, it's a stage of development and commitment. But no one gets to be the Hierophant without a commitment. That's why that's so prevalent when you get readings with the card of the Hierophant. It's like, well, like I was a minister. I'm not anymore. I quit. It was so stifling. I never again the coven times, never again the ministry. Someone wants to make me an honorary minister so I can do a wedding or something, that's fine. Because I can still perform a ritual and write one from scratch with a post-it note and a quill pen. But the commitment that it takes, the determination it takes to serve on that level. So I get that. So very, very interesting, weird-ass couple here, I'm going to say, no offense. Well, here we know the water cards came out tricky. That would explain why. See, I tell you, even the shovel, even the shuffle is part of the divinatory process. We've got the card of Scorpio here. So not only is this divine feminine hiding what she's feeling, yes, it's a court card, but it's in her emotional field. Now, could that indicate that she has feelings for this divine masculine if it's a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Pluto, whatever, right? Who knows? but definitely paying her cards close to her chest while she's figuring this out, because it's the card of Hecate, the goddess of witches, the queen of the crossroads, the crone at the crossroads, some people say, right? So to do this wisely, to go deep, to find the hidden gems of intuition and truth within herself. So she is soul searching. You could really say that. And that's why the card, she's feeling different ways about it, right? Kept coming out like twos and twos and twos and twos. I get it. I totally get it. Her mind is spinning with all this data, very conflicted in her mind, just wanting fairness and balance here, but having everything that she needs. I like this a lot. But with that Scorpio card, Hecate, the crone of cups, she doesn't know if she's having it. Emotionally. She might also be going through a lot of emotional transformation as a result of this contract, because he got the devil. He is scared. He's scared. He loves her. It must be, oh gee, a divine masculine afraid of commitment? Oh, the hell you say, that never happens. That happens every 10 seconds, if not faster, on this planet, right? But so he's trying to keep his feelings secret, but he's chained to her emotionally, right? There is a contract in place. Now I want to clarify a few things. As I said earlier, twin flame contracts, you can't give each other the love that you want, but you give each other the love that you need. I know hundreds of people married to twin flame contracts, right? You want to kind of marry the soulmates because it's symbiotic, right? You can give each other the love you want from each other and you help each other heal. They just don't have the zazazoo. Forgive me, Sex in the City. Mr. Big, he was so cute. Chris Noth, I'd still nail him. It doesn't have that flame, right? That's why we're so drawn to the romantic sexual ones. But they are turbulent and transformative, and if they can negotiate something, I'm not saying just in this relationship, twin flames can be fine with each other, but they have to usually negotiate getting that love, giving the love they can't get from the other to themselves in some way, or finding that in other ways. And as long as that's above board, I have no problem with open relationships. Read the book, The Ethical Slut. I can't remember the names of the authors. There are two of them. They're both female, a psychologist and a sociologist, I think, if I remember. I have it on audiobook. And that's fine. It's just not for me. Like, I did an open relationship a couple of times. I'm like, meh. Meh, I want my snuggle bunny, you know? So the devil, there may even be emotional codependent issues here going on within the divine masculine, and that's why I'm not so sure she's having it. Now, what I find interesting, because I know my mythology, is we've got Pan and Hecate. Pan is not considered an underworld god. He's considered a god of nature, right? More the upper world, but it is definitely an underworld card. And Hecate lives in the underworld. that's her realm, and all that jazz, and all that magical jazz. What's the point of view of the soul that agreed? All right. So the divine feminine has the Libra card. Now Scorpio and Libra are right next to each other, 7th house and 8th house. Skadi, the north wind here, Norse goddess with her bow and arrow representing Libra. It does feel like the lesson that the divine feminine is in right now is about finding what? Balance in her relationships, particularly this one, but maybe all of them as well. That would also explain why so much thought, right? It's an air sign, Libra, trying to balance that out to find what's fair, what's just. The divine masculine, however, has the 3 of Pentacles. It feels like he's rebuilding himself. From the soul's point of view, that this is somebody who might have been leveled in the changes of 2020 and are rebuilding themselves to create a solid foundation that can be built upon. 3 of Pentacles. I love the 3 of Pentacles. In the Daughters of the Moon, it's Clay Woman. It's my favorite card in the deck. It's Mutable Earth. I'm a Virgo, Mutable Earth. Takes the dirt beneath her feet and makes something beautiful and practical and enduring once the clay has been fired. I don't mean from its job. I mean, put in the kiln, in the oven, and turned into something durable and long-lasting. So so maybe this divine masculine is getting his shit together little by little, creating his foundation, dealing with his fears, but again, that's going to determine on who is watching this. But there's no question, when he has is the 10 of Cups. And she's okay, right? That's what I mean. It's like, I feel like she's going to do this very fairly for herself, giving herself the time, the space that she needs to heal, particularly with the Scorpio card in the emotional field of water. We're looking at an emotional transformation, a healing process, one would think, particularly with the soul talking about relationships, but also dealing with what? The shadow self, right? Carolyn Mace, Sacred Contracts, yeah. The book Sacred Contracts, she clarifies the 12 signs of the zodiac. Even though it's not a book about astrology, the zodiac signs are archetypes. Sacred Contracts is about archetypes. So really, really looking at the 7th house is not just partnerships and marriages as we would like them to be, which is true, but also your relationship to your shadow self. And Scorpio in the emotional field. So it feels like she's doing shadow work here. Now, like I said, we're only doing 13 cards. We have 12 on the table. The extended, we're going to use 5 other divination systems. But let's get a healing system here for you. We started with one, the Caroline Mace archetype deck. We are going to end it with the healing mantra deck by Matt Kahn. And you can't see this because it's white ink on pastel paper. So you either get to see what's written on the card or you get to see me well lit. You can't have both, apparently. Not from my dining room. Let's ask the Ascended Masters of Soul Contracts, the Twin Flame Division, Twin Flame Contract Law. What's going on here? What's your perfect healing mantra? Because it won't matter if you're the athlete or the trickster. You work this, you're going to heal. Right? At least for mid-September, mid-October 2020 or time. Let's breathe. Oh, that feels nice. My Ascended Masters of Soul Contracts, Twin Flame Division, please, we need your Ascended Master guidance and grace here for this Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign Twin Flame Contract, circa mid-September to mid-October 2020. Please, can you give us the perfect healing mantra that either one of them or both of them can use to help themselves heal, to love themselves, to set the boundaries, to bring themselves into balance, to deal with their fears, whatever it may be, for these two, please, my Ascended Masters. Their perfect healing mantra is rewriting the subconscious. This is a good one. None of them suck. I love this deck. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad, and I will show you the card, but you can't see that. Like I said, plus I'm wearing white, so it's reflecting the light everywhere like a mirror. No. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad, and that's an easier one to remember because it uses the good-bad polarity, right? The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. Patty Bays Mariano. The more often I feel good, the less often I will feel bad. Rewriting the subconscious. When the subconscious is rewritten, you are able to feel good on a regular basis, regardless of the way life unfolds. Now, I will say for the Divine Feminine, we are looking at a water sign here, the river Styx, the subconscious, right? The watery realm, the unconscious being the underworld. You could see the stream, this waterfall stream thing is maybe part of the river Styx there with Hecate. So definitely doing some healing on a deeper emotional level that's affecting not just the subconscious, but because of the nature of twin flame contracts, the collective unconscious. In rewriting the subconscious, you reverse the gravitational pull of conditioning to become more familiar with the virtues of goodness. As goodness becomes more known, the opposite vibration of negativity can become a less frequent visitor in your reality. And look at the play on words there. The more often I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. But it's not just about feeling good, feeling high, the positive emotions, therefore spiritually bypassing the negative ones. But it's getting to embrace goodness. Like, what does it feel to do good? What does it feel? Do you see what I'm saying? To familiarize yourself that, for the subconscious to become familiar with that. of course it's going to tip the balance in that favor. This mantra is ideal for relieving guilt, releasing shame, and finding joy in new beginnings. Now, will they have a new beginning? It is a twin flame contract. It doesn't feel like they have worked things out here. I'm not even seeing that these two are in communication with each other necessarily, because it feels like though they're, let me pop up the picture. I'm already doing the overview. Nice deep breath. Magic clap. We've got the divine feminine, athlete archetype, shadow attribute, misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. And to keep an eye on that if you've identified yourself as this divine feminine, right? Yes, you have athletic abilities. You might not realize unless you're like working out and doing it physically. Look at your emotional athletic skills, right? Because the light attribute, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps. We see that in the Six of Pentacles, quite literally a handicap being overcome. Development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. And I think it's that personal willpower and strength of spirit that's really the keynote here in the gold, the light attribute for this divine feminine, because we've got what she wants, the Six of Pentacles, to take whatever pain she's going through here in this contract and succeed, to break through it, to transcend, if not purely the physical limits here, then to transcend as well the emotional the emotional pain that might be going on here, as well as, I have to say, the mental confusion, the athletic skill it would take with that Five of Blades on the table mentally, but we'll get there. Ten of Pentacles, she's solid. Right? She's got her friends, she's got her family, she's got her money, she's got her career, but not the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles we're so used to seeing, right? Rider-Waite deck, woman with a hawk on her hand. Hawk, right? Wah! Right? But she who has her own, I call her the Lady of the Manor. The Ten of Pentacles, though, is being surrounded by family. The harvest of the best of the crop, so to speak. And being that we are now in second harvest of Mabon, autumnal equinox, fall, that might be quite literally something going on for this divine feminine. Some seeds sown are reaping fruit. But the mind and the emotions here are really where the tricky stuff is going on, right? The element of air, Five of Blades, the hurricane, tumultuous thought, changing thoughts, back and forth, like spinning in a hurricane. How do you find your center? How do you find the eye? That takes, in a way, a psychological athlete to do so, right? To be the silent witness through prayer or meditation, or to just get that thoughts are things and to watch them go by, while the intuitive part of this, in the field of water, the Crone of Cups, the Scorpio card, Hecate. Hecate is sort of taking this divine feminine by the hand on the inside and saying, let's walk. All right, let's walk through this. You're going to transform this. You are going to feel it. You are going to heal it. And you will be somebody different when you emerge from this cave, right? When you go back up into the underworld. Or, if you like, back above water, right? When you're back in the I guess, upper world. And with that point of view of the soul, the Mother of Blades, Libra, there is a contract in play here. And it is about fairness. And it is about how can she give herself that fairness, bringing herself into balance. But it's probably going to take drawing upon a soul power like the athlete archetype to pull this off, because obviously with that Six of Pentacles there has been imbalance, there has been pain, there has maybe even been physical handicaps of some way, shape, or form in this relationship that she wants to overcome. Totally twin flame in the sense of wanting to heal herself when the other one can't help heal them. The divine masculine, however, the trickster, the shadow attribute, manipulating others through duplicity, which feels like is going on with that high priestess card, to be honest with you. But the light attribute, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. So is he willing to sort of transcend his own fears? Well, we'll start with the card of the high priestess there. Wants to keep this secret, wants to keep it on the down low. Not just this contract, this relationship, which makes me feel like somebody was sneaking around here, and I have a feeling it's the trickster, has made the athlete the other man, the other woman, the other person. So wants to keep this secret and has a deep hidden knowledge, and part of that hidden knowledge of the truth here is Ten of Cups, really in love. Like, really, like Ten of Cups, no joke. Not the Two of Cups, right? Oh, that's attraction. The Ten of Cups is full-blown, like a true love card, and we'll see what comes up in the extended. But what's on his mind is the Hierophant. Very much about commitment. Now, maybe commitment to his own self, maybe commitment to his own path, maybe commitment to this duplicity continuing, because what's going on in the emotional, the element of water there is devil, the fear. Chains, in chains, but I also feel like emotionally corded, C-O-R-D-E-D, bound, chained to this divine feminine. I just don't get that she's as bound to him as he is bound to her. And with that Three of Pentacles, the voice of the soul is really saying, build your foundation. It's not unheard of that somebody might be covering up what they have lost during 2020 to someone they are in love with, the pain that they've been through, the people that they have lost, the suffering that they have gone through, right? But there is a discipline here with that Hierophant that he's at least thinking about to get the earth under his feet again, right? That Three of Pentacles, a solid foundation that could be built on for this contract. But nonetheless, regardless of who is watching this, rewriting the subconscious is your means of healing for right now. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. So there is something here about embracing both ends of that spectrum of emotion to bring yourself into balance. But the more you actually embrace feeling good instead of pissing in your Cheerios, waiting for the other shoe to drop, which is conditioned, right? We're all conditioned to do that at some point. Then there really is an opportunity for both of them to feel their own goodness and possibly see where this twin flame goes in the future. I think it's a pretty clear read. I mean, the pieces of the puzzle are on the table here, obviously. Is there something romantic sexual here? I would say with the Libra card and with the Ten of Cups, at least, and with the amount of fear going on here, this is probably a romantic sexual one. Certainly, I would think that would be clarified in the extended, but since those cards haven't hit the table, you're just going to have to wait and see. I'll give you a preview at the end of this video of the first card or so down of the extended. But in the meantime, may the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need to heal themselves, to love themselves, to grow themselves, to evolve themselves in alignment with the soul's plan for their fulfillment in the divine plan, the healing of themselves, completing their end of this contract, fulfilling their role in this contract, and being the best that they can be for themselves, for the contract, and for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. You know, Apollo, my god that sits in the throne of Leo, all about healing and clarity, but he does not deal well with tricksters and liars in particular. He's a god of truth and integrity, in my experience. So thank you so much for watching, my darling Leos. Please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment should you feel it to do so. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of it all. The preview is coming. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be. Hey, my Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to the extended reading here on VIMEO.com for your healing twin flame contract. Literally stood up, turned off the camera, turned it right back on, sat right back down again. So thank you for making the jump over, and many of you are probably watching the preview of this on YouTube and haven't quite jumped over yet. So what we're going to do here is, again, we are looking at the divine feminine athlete here and the divine masculine trickster in this Leo twin flame, learning how they can heal themselves. It's a healing twin flame contract. How do you heal a twin flame contract? By healing yourself. The mantra here of rewriting the subconscious, the more often I embrace, right? The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. That more, less wordplay there. Easier to remember than some of his other ones. So what I am going to look at next, because we're going to take Doreen Virtue Healing Angel card. Who is the angel assigned to this case for mid-September, mid-October? Then we'll get you some Chuck Spezzano Love Pack cards to look at the problem and the solution here for each of you individually. A Kuan Yin card, an Archangel Michael card, oracles, and we'll end with the Whisper of Love. Cool? Whisper of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves. Breathe. Oh, my angels, that feels very lovely. My angels and archangels. My heart just went, whoa, please. One card in clarity for this Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract mid-September, mid-October 2020 or timeless. Who is the angel that is assigned to this contract that they can call upon individually to help them heal, help them grow, help them learn, right? Who is that angel? Please, my angels and archangels, mid-September, mid-October 2020 or timeless. Oh, fuck. The angel of miracles. What does the angel of miracles do? Well, I'll tell you, in my experience, the angel of miracles heals you, prepares you for miracles. But remember, miracles are often about a shift in consciousness from fear to love. That's the Course in Miracles definition, right? But the technical definition of a miracle, like I guess the encyclopedia version, the dictionary, is something happening that defies natural law, like physical law, like somebody levitating. It's a miracle, right? Walking on water, water into wine, parting the Red Sea. They're very aquatic, it seems, most miracles, and so emotionally it would be so here with the transformation going on with this Scorpio card for the Divine Feminine and the Devil card. Talk about a miracle shifting from fear to love. But that is done through the modality of quantum forgiveness, which most people would rather rip their eyeballs out. Yeah, welcome to the Great Awakening. You got to use the F word, right? You got to forgive yourself and forgive each other, but in a healthy way. Not in that, well, you did it, but I'm going to forgive you so that they can do it again. No, there's a quantum level of forgiveness based in unity consciousness, not the old fangled, rusty, dusty, forgive to destroy version of the illusion of separation. Very interesting. I mean, that really does turn the party a little bit, because with the Angel of Miracles, there's no way you can really see what's going to happen here. It's sort of like the wild card of the healing angels, right? You have no idea. A miracle's a coming. Now, you might have an idea of what a miracle, because I have said in one of the twin flame contracts that I am in, Farm Boy is his name, I let him go. I had to get rid of him from my life. He was toxic and ridiculous. I love him still. But I was said to them, if you want me together with him, it's going to take a major miracle. And I'm a Leo rising. So let's see. We are going to take, as I said, the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. I've divided it into the suit of the problem, right? Half the deck. And the other three suits, luck, healing, and grace, would then represent a solution. So let's see. What's the problem here in this Twin Flame contract? Let's ask the Ascended Masters of Soul Contracts, the Twin Flame contingent bureau, whatever. Nice deep breath.